I have reached a level of, oh my gosh. Because since when did this become a woman's job? Please tell me. It smells like shit. That is not a woman's job. But I think we've been getting confused a lot in this household. Shorts are from TikTok shop.
Modern women want the respect. Men earn it through work, not words. The contrast is clear.
Why are you crying about being an accountant?
Because I don't like the job.
We all do things we don't like. Believe it or not, even though I really love my job, I particularly didn't want to come in here and film today.
That's fair.
I didn't want to deliver subs for Jimmy John's many times. I didn't want to do sales calls. I didn't want to do product management meetings. I didn't want to go to school. I did it because I'm a big boy. I've never called someone out for crying on the show because every other time someone has cried, I have found it reasonable. You're crying because you don't want to do numbers?
I'm crying because I enjoy the career that I've gotten into, and it's sad to have to acknowledge you have to get out of it. I'm actually really good with numbers, and I get told all the time that I should have been an accountant. And as much as I don't want to,
go get a f***ing job!
She's crying over having to work. Men have to show up on the days they don't want to, and they still don't complain.
My biggest advice for any girl with a job is cry on company time. Do not wait to the end of your shift to have your meltdown. No, because you're probably crying about work. So you should be clocked in for that. If you're crying about work, you should be clocked in. So, and if you're embarrassed to cry in front of people, I'm not. But if you are, just toddle off to the bathroom maybe, I don't know, find a quiet corner and cry on company time.
Women can't even hold a job down without breaking down into tears. Men get the work done because if they don't, it will never get done.
Did you know that women's tears can trigger the flight or fight mechanism in a man's brain? But if a woman's crying at work, it's probably not because she's sad or her feelings are hurt. She's probably pissed off. So what can male allies do? Admit your own fear of women crying, listen to her, and ask open-ended questions to get to the root of the problem. Brainstorm solutions together. Or, if needed, give her the candid and constructive feedback that will help her to succeed. It's been shown that men are more likely to withhold harsher criticism from women because they're afraid of her crying. This actually inhibits women from growing in their careers because they're not getting the constructive feedback that they need. Sometimes women are going to cry at work. Sometimes men will cry. It's no reason to fight or flee. It's a signal to think seriously about the issues in your company.
Funny how women always expect to drop what they are doing to cater to them, yet men never ask the same of women.
If you're watching shiny influencer DIY videos and thinking that that is what starting a project looks like, gorgeous lighting, clean cuts, everybody smiling like it's a pottery class, you're about to get smacked in the face with reality. Because here's what it actually looks like. You make a plan, you mess up the plan. You go to Home Depot for more bride nails because you didn't buy the right gauge for your nailer. You realize you forgot the stain. You go back to Home Depot. You spill said stain all over your floor. You cry, and then you make a new plan. And this is all happening at 2 o'clock in the morning because this isn't your first job, and the gleam has long since worn off. It's not aesthetic, it's sawdust in your sheets and wood glue in your hair. It's living on top and inside your project because you don't have a shop. It's using your kitchen table as a miter saw station and stepping over paint cans to get to your coffee and then dipping your paintbrush into your coffee and spending too much time convincing yourself that you need a fresh cup and maybe drinking it anyway, which I won't blame you for because, hey, I've been there. And don't get me wrong, y'all, I love a good DIY, but do not start your first home project thinking it's going to look like a time-lapse reel with a lo-fi beat behind it because that's not what building looks like. Building is frustrating and messy and loud. It's sweaty and exhausting. It's more money and curse words and trial by fire, and it looks like you lost your tape measure again. So here, my girl, my guy, is your warning. Do not let the aesthetic influencers fool you. This is not a lifestyle shoot. This is construction. And just like my last video, I want to know one part of your project that you thought would be easy and that absolutely wrecked you. please drop it in the comments. Let's just show everyone, you and me, because it's about time we all get real about the build. You're welcome.
Men are expected to take on construction work, fix appliances, and act like a toolbox to fix things around the house with no complaints. Women break down the second they look at a screwdriver.
Nothing like a mid-lunch cry, because this is the hardest job ever. Oh my gosh. I don't know how we're supposed to do it. I don't know.
Crying on your lunch break and making a TikTok out of it? Pathetic. You'd never catch a man doing that.
Okay, so I don't know which one of you has alerted the media, the Real Toronto News account on Twitter, but apparently I was the main focal point. And if you don't know what video I'm talking about, I will put a screenshot right here. This one, okay, I'll give you a second to read it. Delicious, yum. Yeah, that was a haha moment. That was a LOL. That was a joke. Okay? I did have a rough day in the office. I had a really rough time. An old woman did yell at me because I think she was close to death. Why blame me, you know? But it's just a joke, and now I'm just... Why? And look at my face! That's uglier than Kim K. I'm pissed.
Now that she got blasted for not wanting to work a simple job, she can't take accountability for it. Yet men always get the brunt of every joke.
I literally just spent 45 minutes curling my hair, and it looks so bad. And then I put this whole tub of gel in my hair. I don't have any normal hair ties, I only have scrunchies, so it's gonna have to work. Fucking gel smells like a Dave & Buster's. I can't do this shit today. I just put so much gel in my hair. Look, see? Oh! I'm shiny. Okay. Now, like, what am I supposed to do with these?
Crying over a bad hair day is something only a woman would do. Men have to provide and protect the world even if their hair gel isn't cooperation that morning.
Come to my attention that I actually realized that I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to work. What's your dream job? What do you want to do for a career? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't want to be working. I don't know how else to say it. It is not that I lack ambition. It's that I aspire to not work. I do not dream of labor. I do not dream of work. And I don't think that should be controversial. I don't think that we're meant to work. And by work, I mean computer. I'm not meant to do computer. I don't want to do computer. I don't want to sit here and I don't want to click-clack in my dad's desk chair. I want to post Instagram stories. I want to eat donuts. I want to live a life that is not revolving around work. I aspire to have money. I don't aspire to be a billionaire. I think we should be able to aspire to have some sort of wealth. I don't think that we should aspire to be billionaires, but I do think that I should aspire to have wealth. But I don't want to work.
Women wanted independence so bad, and now that they have it, they regret it. The hypocrisy.
I don't want a job. I don't want to be a corporate girly. I don't want to climb the ladder. I don't want to be a boss babe. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to be the breadwinner. I do not want to do that. You know what I want to do? I want to be home. I want to be cooking in the kitchen. I want to be cleaning. I want to be shopping. I want to be making brownies. I want to be cooking dinner, making homemade meals every night, almost every night. I want to do all the things. I want to welcome my future husband home from work with a big bear hug and a, hey, you ready for dinner? Dinner's on the table. I want to watch movies with him every night. I want to send him off to work in the morning with some nice freshly baked muffins. I don't want a 9-to-5. I don't want a job. I don't want to work from home. No, it's not for me. I don't want it. It's not, I reject that. My future husband's gonna be the breadwinner. He's going to bring in the dough. He will be raking it in. And I'll be right there cheering him on as I go buy 17 decorative pillows for our bed. Okay? That's the life for me.
Now that they realize how foolish wanting to be an independent queen was, they regret it, but no man will come to save them.
I don't really want to work anymore. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to have to feel like I have to work every single day. I've been doing a lot of reading about women being in their feminine energy, and that's exactly how it worked back in the 50s. Obviously, things are a little bit better now, more rights, all of that. But it would be really nice to be able to focus on the things that women are biologically supposed to be doing. Instead, we're basically doing the same thing that men are biologically supposed to be doing. I don't really feel like doing that anymore. I also feel like money is a really big factor in relationship issues and eventually divorce. Also, a lot of data out there talking about men being the sole provider of the family typically makes a relationship just work more because the woman is more focused on the home and the house and the kids, which is a complete full-time job, by the way. Imagine saving money on childcare. I know there's a lot of opinions about this, but that's just mine. Leave me a comment if you agree or disagree with this.
They want to be feminine when they get tired of being a corporate slave, but don't want to give men the same femininity and peace. Women are delusional.
You quit and couldn't pay your damn bills.
'Cause the job sucked.
You chose that.
I didn't know it was gonna suck.
You chose to quit.
'Cause the job sucked. Okay.
How are you going to survive? Just how are you going to survive? You're always going to find something you don't like about a job. You've quit multiple jobs. You're job hopping. Your feet hurt. They work me like a slave. All these other little things that you say. How are you ever going to land a job that you like and don't quit after 3 months?
Well, after maybe talking to you, I might not quit my jobs.
Yeah, you might have a fire lit on for a week, but if that is your mentality, that scares me for the longevity of your life. How are you going to build a career anywhere?
I don't want a career. I hate careers. I just want...
Do you understand the economic structure that you live in?
No, I don't have a career like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. I just want to get a job and be financially stable.
A lot of that comes with building a career, though, at a place and getting raises and benefits and, yeah, survival. Gross.
I was thinking about, like, getting passive income, like, you know, get a rental property and have them.
How? How possibly would you get a rental property? You can't afford an apartment.
In the future.
She quit even though she has bills to pay. Women have zero accountability. Men have to take leadership and clean up after women all the time.
And then consistently they'd say, oh, by the way, I don't want to work for another woman. So I started to track these numbers and we got to around 80%. I asked colleagues and they were getting similar numbers. And I knew that was, you know, a small, not very scientific sample. But if you go to the literature, there's huge studies all replicating these findings. Gallup in the US has actually tracked this for 60 years and we're still not shifting the data too much, which is really a shame.
It checks out with my, in workplaces I've been in, there have been huge schisms between female employees and female bosses where it was pretty much an all-out Cold War. Like it was, and you know, not talk. Yep.
There were a couple girls that I dated that had female bosses, and they were constantly complaining about her and just saying how rude she was, and would never take accountability. So she would always blame everybody else for not doing like certain tasks, but would never acknowledge that, you know, maybe it was a fault of my leadership. And I've heard this over several years from multiple women saying they don't like their female boss and they would rather it be a man.
Women don't even want to work for other women. What happened to the girl boss energy now? Only men are capable of being in charge. Thanks for watching, brothers. Remember, stay focused, stay free, and keep walking your own path. If you found value in this video, drop a like, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-mastery and independence. Until next time, walk tall, stay true.